Welcome to Course 4, Foundation, Certified Supply Chain Professional, CSCP, course, by SPAO Academy. Topic 2, Global Supply Chain Networks, Section 9, Supply Chain Metrics and Reports. Lesson 4, Designing Effective Reports and Dashboards. Designing effective reports and dashboards. In the age of big data, simply having numbers is not enough. This lesson focuses on the art and science of presenting supply chain data through well-designed reports and dashboards. Students will learn the difference between static reports and dynamic dashboards, the principles of visual design, and how to tailor information for different audiences, strategic, tactical, operational. The goal is to transform raw data into actionable insights that drive efficiency and responsiveness. Learning objectives. Upon completion of this lesson, students will be able to differentiate between operational, tactical, and strategic reporting needs. Apply key design principles, like those from Stephen Few, to create clear and impactful data visualizations. Select the appropriate chart type, e.g., line chart, bar chart, gauge, for different supply chain metrics. Outline the process of designing a dashboard that tells a coherent data story. Identify common pitfalls in dashboard design and how to avoid them. Key concepts and content. 1. Reports versus dashboards. Understanding the difference. Reports, static, detailed, often historical documents. They are used for deep analysis, auditing, and compliance. They answer the question, what happened last month, quarter? Example: a 10-page PDF detailing all supplier performance issues from the previous quarter. Dashboards, dynamic, visual displays of the most important information needed to achieve one or more objectives, consolidated and arranged on a single screen so the information can be monitored at a glance. They answer the question, what is happening right now and what should I focus on? Example: a real-time screen showing current inventory levels, active shipment delays, and today's order fulfillment rate. 2. Designing for your audience. The 3 levels of decision-making. An effective report or dashboard is useless if it doesn't serve the viewer's needs. Operational dashboards, for planners, warehouse supervisors. Focus: detailed, real-time data. High frequency, action. Monitor specific processes and identify immediate problems. Example metrics: picking accuracy today, number of trucks waiting at the dock, machine downtime. Tactical dashboards, for department managers, regional leads. Focus: trend analysis and performance against targets over weeks or months. Action: identify root causes of issues, optimize processes, and allocate resources. Example metrics: OTIF trend by customer, warehouse capacity utilization, supplier lead time variability. Strategic dashboards, for VPs, CPOs, CEOs. Focus: high-level KPIs that measure the overall health and alignment with corporate strategy. Action: strategic planning, identifying new market opportunities, assessing risk. Example metrics: total landed cost trend, cash-to-cash cycle time, supply chain carbon footprint, perfect order rate. 3. Principles of effective dashboard design. The visual perception layer, based on the work of data visualization experts like Edward Tufte and Stephen Few. Simplicity: eliminate chart junk, unnecessary 3D effects, excessive grid lines, fancy fonts. The data should be the star. Consistency: use the same color schemes and layouts across different dashboards. For example, always use red for danger, attention, yellow for warning, and green for good. Context: a number alone is meaningless. Always provide context through targets, benchmarks, or historical comparisons. A 95% fulfillment rate is great, but if the target is 98%, it's a problem. Proximity: place related information close together. For example, a graph of on-time deliveries should be near a map of delivery hotspots. Highlighting key information: use size, position, typically top left, or colored to draw the user's eye to the most critical metrics first. 4. Choosing the right chart for your metric. Metric type: comparison over time. Best practice: chart type, line chart, for trends, or bar chart, for discrete periods, example in SCM. Monthly inventory turns, daily on-time delivery %. Comparison of parts, bar chart, sorted bars are best, OTIF % by customer, lead time by supplier. Composition: part of a whole, stacked bar chart, preferred, or pie chart, use sparingly, Max 3 to 5 slices, transportation mode split, air versus ocean versus ground, distribution. Histogram or scatter plot, distribution of order cycle times, correlation between order size and shipping cost. Performance against target, bullet graph, highly efficient, or gauge chart. Use with caution, takes up space, actual revenue versus target, current inventory level versus min, max. Geographic data, map, with heat maps or bubble sizes, global supplier locations, shipment tracking density. 5. The design process. From data to story. Define the goal. What is the single most important question this dashboard must answer? E.g., are we shipping orders profitably? Know your audience. Who will use this? What decisions will they make? Select the metrics. Choose 5 to 9 key metrics that directly support the goal. Avoid the temptation to show everything. Sketch the layout, wireframe, draw a simple layout on paper first. Place the most important metric prominently. Choose visuals. Match the right chart to each metric. Build and refine. Create the dashboard and then get feedback. Remove anything that causes confusion. Examples and case studies. Example 1. The ineffective dashboard. Scenario. A logistics manager's dashboard has 6 pie charts, a 3D bar chart that hides data, a bright yellow background, and 20 different KPIs crammed onto one screen. Problem. Information overload and misleading visuals. The manager cannot quickly tell if there is a crisis. Example 2. The effective dashboard, conceptual, scenario. A strategic dashboard for a CPO. Layout. Top left, primary metric, a large bullet graph showing total spend versus budget for the current quarter. Top right. A small line chart showing supplier OTIF trend over the last 12 months. Middle. A bar chart showing spend by category, e.g., packaging, raw materials, logistics, to show where money is going. Bottom. A small table listing top 5 suppliers at risk, with red, yellow, green dots, allowing the CPO to immediately see who needs attention. Summary. Designing effective reports and dashboards is a critical skill in supply chain management. It bridges the gap between collecting data and making intelligent decisions. By understanding the audience, adhering to core design principles, and choosing the right visual for the data, you can create tools that provide clarity, insight, and drive action rather than just presenting confusing rows of numbers. Remember, a dashboard should be understood in 5 seconds, not 5 minutes. Knowledge check, discussion questions. You are asked to create a report for a warehouse supervisor. Would you create a static report or a dynamic dashboard? What 3 metrics would you include and why? Find an example of a dashboard online, or in your imagination. Identify 1 good design choice and 1 bad design choice based on the principles in this lesson. Why is a line chart generally better than a pie chart for showing changes in, on-time delivery, over the last 6 months? I really appreciate you spending your time with me today. If you want to learn more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your like means the world to us and helps this channel grow so we can continue bringing you great content. Thanks again, and see you on the next video.